So let me go through this. If you're a no and your Brexit party's a no, and the Northern Irish Democratic Unionist Party is a no, and the Scottish National Party is a no, and the Labour Party, of course, is a no, do you think the votes are there?
No, I don't. And I think this will fail on Saturday. I hope this will fail on Saturday, because this would be Brexit in name only. We'd be half in, half out, stuck in a never-never land, have years more of acrimony with these negotiations here in Brussels. I hope it fails, and I hope into this next space that comes along, we get a national general election. And if Boris gets to that point and says, right, okay, do you know what? I'm going to get rid of this idea. We've tried it time and time again. It's failed. Let's go for the clean break. And the clean break means we can start talking to you guys seriously about doing a real trade deal. That's a win-win for both of us.
We shall see. Nigel Farage, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Nigel Farage. All right, Alan Nuttman, Market Watch Extraordinaire, you heard that. With him being a no vote and some of these other parties likely being no votes, the 320 votes that Boris Johnson would need do not appear readily there. So we could be missing something and things could change. Let's say it fails. What does that mean for us and our markets and theirs?
Well, the markets usually have it right, and we had a pretty strong reaction out of the British pound this morning. It had bottomed out at 120 back in September. It got up to 130, a level it hadn't seen in a long, long time. Now, I'm more about price than politics, and what I see today is another example of a relief rally. We had one on Friday when Trump declared victory. We had one today when Brexit looks like it's going to be done, and we're starting to see stocks stabilize, and we're starting to see, and I hate to use this word, certainty. But the markets right now are 1% from the all-time forever top after all of what we've seen. And essentially, the S&P has traded between 2,800 and 3,000 since April. So that targets 3,200 on this overall 10-year upward climb. You know, we're in the middle of earnings season. I think that's going to show us the way. You can see how banks made $20 billion the first day on earnings in 4 banks alone, pure profit. So I think we're still on the right path. The bull market's not dead.
All right. Now, a lot of American investors, a lot of Americans, period, so their eyes glaze over hearing about the Brexit debate. It can't possibly affect us. Right. No big deal. I always think of black swan developments that suddenly make things like this a big deal. Do you ever see this getting to that stage?
Well, it's not a black swan. We've beaten this situation, you know, to death for the last couple of years. So, you know, we've had continuous crisis du jour here in America over the last decade, and we've overcome each and every one. So this is not a black swan event. This is something that's right in front of us all day, every day, and it looks like we're able to overcome it once again. And it's been quite an October, but like I said, we're probably not today, but let's look and see here in the next couple of days if we can make new all-time highs once again.
All right. Alan Nuttman, thank you very, very much at the CME. In the meanwhile, ceasefire